Hello and welcome back to the Book Smoke. So today I bought 6 books and I will show you what they are. So I'm just going to get on with it. The first book I got is called Ferals, the Crow Talker. It's by Jacob Gray and I love this cover, it's gorgeous. And it says, in a city ravaged by crime, an orphaned boy Core survives alone. Only Core is never really alone, because he is the Crow Feral, with the power to talk to the birds that are his sole companions. When escaped prisoners swarm the city of Blackstone, Core realises that they too are ferals, but with a dark mission to restore the dangerous spider feral, the spinning man, to power. Now Core and his crows must join forces with other good ferals and take on the spreading evil, or darkness will fall and bite. I thought it sounded really good, and this was only £3.85 in Asda, so I was like, you're mine. Hello, put it in my basket. I've read a tiny bit. I'm only on page 14, nearly chapter 2, but it's interesting. It's got an interesting writing style, I will say that. And I love these illustrations. They're so awesome. And there's different ones, different chapter headings, there's different illustrations, like, let me show you for chapter 2. See, there's a spider hanging from the eye. Yeah, that's that one. Next book I got, I don't really pick up crime books unless they're written in an interesting or different, fresh, unique way, because they don't really appeal to me, to be quite honest. Um, but I saw this book on Charlie's channel. Her channel is Duvet Day Devours. I will leave a link to her channel in the description. You should all check her out because she's fantastic. If you want any good recommendations for books, you'll find some just by watching her hauls. Yes, so she got, I think, her dad to drive her to a Waterstones 45 minutes away from where she lives, just to pick up this book. So I know that if Charlie goes out of her way to pick up a book, it's going to be a good one. So she sold this to me. So the book I'm going on about is What She Left by T.R. Richmond. Amazing cover, absolutely amazing. And the spine, is gorgeous. Anyway, this book is about a girl called Alice Salmon who drowns mysteriously. That's not a spoiler, it's on the inside synopsis. But she drowns mysteriously and nobody really knows why. But there's this journalist guy who becomes absolutely obsessed with finding out how she died, because I think he thinks that she was murdered or something. So yeah, this journalist guy takes it upon himself to track her digital footprint and find out if there's anything in there that could lead to her killer. So that's like Facebook, email posts, Twitter, Instagram, and all that stuff. And I thought that sounded really interesting. And like I said, it is a crime book, but it's kind of told in a really interesting, or fresh, unique way. So I'm really excited for this. And look at the inside. Oh, look at the end papers. They are gorgeous. And underneath is just like a very dark olive green. So yeah, like I said, the link to Charlie's channel will be in the description, so please check her out because she's amazing. So yes, Charlie, this one is your fault. If it's not good, you're to blame. But I know you won't be to blame because I've read books that you've read and absolutely fallen in love with them. So we shall see what happens. And that one was only £7 in Asda, and in a bookshop it's £12.99. So I was like, you're in my basket. And the next 4 books I bought from a charity shop. I bought 4 books for £1.99, which I thought was amazing. So I'm going to show you what I got. So I've always wanted to read some Kafka, and I found this in a charity shop. And it's The Trial by Franz Kafka, and it's gorgeous, like a spider web with bullet holes in it. It's one of the vintage editions, as you can see at the top, vintage classics it says, vintage Kafka. And this one says, The Trial is the terrifying tale of Joseph K., a respectable functionary in a bank, who is suddenly arrested and must defend his innocence against a charge about which he can get no information. This nightmare vision of the excesses of modern bureaucracy, wedded to the insanity of totalitarianism, has resonated with readers for generations. So, I think it sounds really interesting. Like I said, this cover is gorgeous, and it's quite short, to be honest. It's not very long. So yeah, I'm excited to read this one eventually. Excuse me. Next book I got, I'm glad I went to a charity shop today because this book has been on my Amazon wishlist for the longest time. And on my Amazon wishlist it's in hardcover, I got it for paperback, but the quality of this paperback from a charity shop is really good, so I'm excited. And this is The Savages by Matt Wyman. Now look at the cover, it is amazing, and the typography is gorgeous. And that wallpaper in the background is like my ideal wallpaper. It's so awesome. And this says, Sasha faced each parent in turn. You might as well know now. Jack is, well, not like us. In what way? Asked Titus. He's a vegetarian. For a second it looked as if both Titus and Angelica Savage had frozen in time. Sasha reminded herself to breathe, and then decided it might be best for everyone if she left the table. Meet the Savages, a breed apart from your average household, and a darkly delicious treat for anyone who's ever been embarrassed by their own flesh and blood. And Hotkey do this really good thing where they put what's in it on the back, and on the back of here it says Black Comedy, Peril and Family. I really love that they do that on the back of their books. So yes, I'm actually really excited for this, and it's in perfect condition. Although the spine is a tiny bit cracked, but it's still in really good condition. Next book I got was one that I thought sounded really, really good, and it's Heartburn by Nora Ephron. I love this cover, I think it's absolutely amazing. And it says, 7 months into her pregnancy, Rachel discovers that her husband is in love with another woman. The fact that the other woman has a neck as long as an arm and a nose as long as a thumb is no consolation. Food sometimes is, though, since Rachel is a cookery writer, and between trying to win Mark back and wishing him dead, she offers us some of her favourite recipes. Heartburn is a roller coaster of love, betrayal, loss, and most satisfyingly, revenge. So that sounds really good. And there's a quote from Nigella Lawson on the back. If you don't know, Nigella Lawson is a celebrity chef. And it says, I have bought more copies of this book to give to people in a frenzy of enthusiasm than any other. And despite a vertiginous build-up, no reader has ever been disappointed. Heartburn is the perfect, bittersweet, sobbingly funny, all too true confessional novel. There is not a wrong word about food, marriage, life, love, loss, and all rings true and makes you laugh. Who could ask for anything more? And that quote is from Nigella Lawson, a TV chef, which is awesome. And yeah, I've watched quite a lot of Nigella, and I think she's a really good chef. But yes, I'm intrigued for this. It sounds like it's going to be quite funny and whimsical, and I mean, she gets revenge on some guy who's seeing another woman, so that's always good. And the last book I picked up, this is where the saying don't judge a book by its cover comes in, because I never normally pick up a book with a cover like this. This is The Secret Scripture by Sebastian Barry. Like I said, don't judge a book by its cover. I would never pick up a book with this kind of cover because it looks too historical and too like old worldy language and all that stuff, if that makes any sense. But I read the synopsis and I thought, I want to read this. Roseanne McNulty is nearing her 100th birthday in the mental hospital where she was committed as a young woman. Finishing up his case notes before the hospital is closed, psychiatrist Dr. Green finds himself intrigued by the story of his elderly patient. While Dr. Green investigates, Roseanne looks back on the tragedies and passions she has locked away in her secret journal, from her turbulent rural childhood to the marriage she believed would bring her happiness. But when Dr. Green finally uncovers the circumstances of her arrival at the hospital, it leads to a shocking secret. So I thought that sounded really good. So I'm excited to get to this at some point. So yeah, that's my book haul. Those are all the books I bought. If you've read any, let me know. Let me know your thoughts on them. And all that stuff. If you like this video, please like. If you wish, you may subscribe. And please do not forget to check out Charlie's channel. Obviously, the link will be in the description box below. Please check her out. Because she deserves more subscribers. And she's totally amazing. So thank you for watching. I will see you again soon. Oh, goodbye.